I still don't know how to explain what happened in that house. I only know that when people in the Appalachians tell you don't answer anything that sounds like someone you know, if they're not standing right in front of you, they mean it. And they mean it literally. A friend of my coworker owned a cabin deep in the mountains, far from any neighbors, far from cell service, far from anything. He had to leave for a week to deal with a sick relative, and he needed someone to check on the place, feed his dogs, keep the pipes warm. He offered money, and at the time, I needed it. I grew up rural, so being alone in the woods didn't bother me. I thought it would be peaceful. I arrived just before sunset. The road leading there was nothing but dirt and gravel, with trees leaning so close overhead, I kept ducking, even though I was inside the car. When I parked in front of the cabin, the dogs barked from inside, tails thumping against the walls. They seemed friendly enough when I stepped in, relieved, actually, to see a person. The owner had left a handwritten list of instructions: dogs out twice a day, leave porch light on at night, don't let them roam after dark. That last one made me pause, but I assumed it was because of coyotes or bears. The first night was easy, quiet, cold, but manageable, with the old wood stove going. I read, let the dogs out once before bed, made sure they drank water, and then turned in early. The second night is where everything started. I was woken up by the dogs whining, not barking, not growling, whining, starting soft, then getting sharper, almost panicked. I sat up immediately, because that sound goes straight through your chest when you hear it inside a dark cabin. I checked the time, 2:13 a.m. I figured they needed to go out, but was scared of something. I grabbed a flashlight and walked into the living room. Both dogs were standing at the front door, tails tucked, ears down, staring hard at the wood like something was right on the other side. I opened my mouth to reassure them, but before I got a word out, I heard it. Hey, you in there? Can you give me a hand? A man's voice, right outside the door. My stomach dropped. My whole body froze. It wasn't the kind of voice you hear on mountain properties where people mind their business and don't wander at night. It wasn't a neighbor calling out. It wasn't someone lost or injured. There was no panic or urgency in it. It sounded casual, too casual, and the dogs, instead of wagging their tails at a familiar voice, nearly clawed the floor trying to back away. I didn't say anything back. I just stood there, gripping the flashlight so hard my fingers went numb. Then the voice called again. Come on. I know you heard me. My heart pounded so hard, I felt nauseous. Something about the tone was wrong. There was no emotion in it, like someone reading a sentence they'd practiced. I stepped back from the door slowly. Hey, the voice said again. Closer, too close actually, right outside the doorframe. Every instinct I had screamed no. I didn't answer. I didn't move. After a few seconds, the voice tried again, but this time it was different. Something was off. The pitch was the same, but the rhythm was wrong. The spacing between the words too even. Like whoever was speaking didn't know how speech actually worked and was guessing. Let me in. I stumbled backward and hit the table behind me. The dogs bolted into the hallway and hid, whining violently. I don't think I've ever felt a colder kind of fear than I did in that moment. The thick, heavy dread that settles low in your stomach and tells you should not be here right now. Then came absolute silence. No footsteps walking away. No sounds of retreat. Nothing. I stood there for what felt like forever before finally backing into the bedroom and locking the door. I sat on the edge of the bed, shaking, listening so hard my ears hurt. At some point, exhaustion must have won because I woke up at sunrise with my heart racing, unsure when I'd fallen asleep. I checked outside as soon as there was enough light. No footprints, no tire tracks. But you do get at least gravel disturbances. Anything. There was nothing. No sign anyone had walked up to the house. I tried to convince myself it was a hunter or a hiker, someone caught in the dark. I tried to believe it so badly that I stayed another night. That was a mistake. On that night, around the same time, just after 2 a.m., the dogs panicked again, barking first, then whining, then barking louder. I felt dread move through my whole chest. I knew what was coming. I felt it before I heard it. The porch boards creaked, slowly, one at a time, as if something was shifting its weight deliberately. Then, "Hey, you in there?" Same voice, exactly the same, like a recording played on repeat. Except tonight, something worse happened. It used my name. "Hey, it's me. Open up, Tom, will you?" My legs went numb. I had never told anyone I was house-sitting. The owner didn't even know me personally. I didn't use my name around the dogs, and the nearest neighbor was 3 miles away. I stepped back, pulse hammering. The dogs were shaking violently, pressed against the far wall, refusing to move. Then the voice tried again, this time with a tone that made my skin crawl. "It's cold out here. Come on, Tom. Let me in." But the voice was slipping. Not a lot. Just enough to hear something wrong underneath it, like someone trying to copy a sound they'd never made before. I didn't respond. I didn't make a noise. I just held my breath until my chest hurt. After a full minute of silence, something scraped across the porch. Slow, heavy, wrong. Something I don't ever want to imagine again. That was the moment my fear changed into something else. Something sharp that made my whole body tense, like I was about to run, even though I had nowhere to go. Then, very softly, right against the doorframe, "Let me in, Tom. I'm cold." But that time, the voice wasn't human at all. I grabbed the dogs and we barricaded ourselves in the bedroom. I sat up all night, shaking so hard my teeth hurt. By morning, the porch looked untouched again. I left that day. I didn't finish the week. I didn't ask for money. I didn't tell the owner what I heard. I just handed him the keys and said everything was fine. Thanks for watching No Sleep Tonight. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It truly helps this channel grow and keep these horrors coming. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, sleep well.